Hello, my name is Tiago. I wanted to record this video to mark the start of my YouTube. In this video, I'm just going to be breaking down to you my story and how I got here, how I got to the position where I'm making $10,000 consistently every single month, where I'm running my business at such a young age, and how I got here. So 5 years ago, I actually ended up going to Australia. I'm originally from Portugal. My English was bad. I didn't know anyone there. I didn't know anything. I didn't know any places. I didn't know anyone. It was just very lonely at the start. My first year was very hard. I ended up just being at home every single day on my phone, on my laptop, watching YouTube videos, trying to figure out how to make money online. Because since I was young, since I was about 14, 15 years old, I've always had this drive of wanting to make money online. Just didn't know how, but I saw a bunch of people online making this kind of money. I used to watch Ewan Gudzi, Logan Paul, Jake Paul making all this money, and I always thought to myself, like, how are these people making this kind of money? Like, how is this even possible? How can I make this kind of money as well without being on camera, without having to be in a position where I'm exposing myself to the world? So I thought about trading, where you can make money from your phone just reading charts, but ended up not going the way I wanted it to. I invested into a real account and I invested $200 in it, ran it up to $400, and then I lost $200 in a day, and then I just wasn't motivated, so I just stopped for a little while, got up to like $600, and then I lost $400 in a day. So I was up and down when it came to profit with trading, so I ended up just giving up on it for a good while. But let's go back to where it first started in Australia. After a couple of years in Australia, started finding my own people, started finding my own group to be with, just a group of friends that I identified with, and then I ended up finishing school there. After school, I didn't want to go to uni. My parents wanted me to go back to Portugal to go to uni, but I ended up convincing them to stay in Australia because Australia has a lot of good job opportunities where you can earn good money without actually having a degree. So I ended up working a full-time job for a whole year straight. I actually had two jobs. I was working at a supermarket and another one at a bus company where I was just putting advertisement stickers on the side of the bus and doing audits of everything around Sydney. It was really good. I was making $5,000 maybe a month after tax. And for my age, I was 18, 19 at the time. I was making $5,000 still at home, just saving every single cent. I was pretty happy, but I knew it wasn't where I wanted to be. I knew I could make money online, just didn't know how to get started or what to invest in. So I kept working those two jobs. I was working from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day, so Monday to Friday, and then 4 times a week I had training. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday I had football training. After work, I would have training at 6:45. I'd be there at 6:45. Training was at 7 and 7 to 9, and then it'd take me like 45 minutes to get home. So I'd be home at like 10 p.m. and then I'd have to have dinner, take a shower, and then go to sleep. That was my routine during the week. I only had Wednesdays to kind of just rest and not do anything, and I just didn't want to be with my friends or anything. I just didn't want to do anything because it was my only day off during the whole entire week, because on the weekends I actually was waking up at 3:50 in the morning to be at the supermarket at 5 a.m, be there from 5 to 12, 7-hour shifts at the supermarket, then go home, have lunch, and then 3 o'clock I'd have to be at my football game, and then the game was at 5 p.m. So 5 to 7 I was at the game, and then 7 p.m. go home, have dinner, and then because it was the only day that I could actually be with my friends, Saturday nights, I ended up going out most nights, just be with them, have fun. I wouldn't spend a cent because I was trying to save for my future. They'd go to clubs, they'd spend money, they'd get drunk. I'd just go and not spend any money. If they went to a club that I had to pay to get in, I wouldn't go. I'd stay outside, I'd wait for them. And then on Sundays, it was the only day that I could sleep in the morning. And because I went out Saturday night, I was sleeping in on Sunday mornings. So I'd sleep until like 12 p.m. and then wake up, have lunch, and then at 2 o'clock, so 2 p.m, I'd be at this other job at the supermarket. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m, I'd be at the supermarket, another 8-hour shifts, and then go home, have dinner, take a shower, go to sleep, right? And this was my routine every single week. It was very hard on me, but I truly believe that when you put yourself through hard things, through hard moments, the world's going to give you something good back. I also forgot to mention that I had uni in the mornings as well at 6 a.m. So before work, I had class at 6 a.m. So I'd wake up at 6:30, I'd have class, 6:30 till 8 a.m. And then 8 a.m. I'd get ready, go to work, and be at work at 9. So I had uni, 2 jobs, and football on top. So I was really, really busy. I didn't have time for anything. So after a year of actually doing all of that, uni, work, football, I actually ended up investing into a mentorship to learn the skill of appointment setting. I invested $5,000 into a mentorship. It taught me the skill, everything I needed to know about appointment setting. I found it fascinating at the start. I never heard of the skill. My first month, I actually made $14,000, ended up making my money back and another $9,000 on top. So I was pretty fucking happy with my decision. decision. I ended up quitting both my jobs within a span of a week when I started appointment setting, because I made $3,000 in a week, and I was just like, fuck these jobs, like why am I working these two jobs when I can do appointment setting and earn way more? So I decided to quit both my jobs. I was making $10,000 months consistently every single month, so I was pretty happy. After a while, I actually ended up coming back to Portugal in May 2025, and that's when everything changed for me. The routines were different. I wasn't playing football anymore. I was just appointment setting. I was working with a guy from Australia, and we ended up going our separate ways. I always wanted to start my own thing online. Why not see it as a sign to get started online? I've always heard that the best time to start is now. So that's what I did. I got started straight away. I started making modules, started teaching people, and I actually got a couple of people in the program for free just to, help some people out, have some testimonials, have some credibility. And then once I did that, I actually started asking for money. So I started with $1,000. I was able to get a lot of people to make some good money. I have people making $12,000. For example, Kim made $12,000. I have Josh making $7,000 US. I have Seth making $6,000 to $9,000 AUD right now. I have other guys making $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. It's working well so far. I've been able to connect a bunch of people. And the good thing of running a business at such a young age and starting from scratch at such a young age is that you have a lot of time to fail. You have a lot of time to figure out what it is that you're good at, what it is that's missing, and what it is that you can change, right? Because you have a lot of time on your hands. So far, I've actually been able to make $16,000 in my very first month of running my own business. The second month, we're actually focusing on fulfillment and actually being able to give everyone a role and being able to place everyone on a role, get the right training, get the right placement, and make good money from this, right? Because the resources are good, the information is good, the training is good, but what's the information, the resources, and the training for if you can't apply it on a role, if you can't actually make money from this information? So that's what I'm working on right now. That's what I'm providing to the people in my program right now. And I want to make sure everyone gets what they deserve, right? Because there's a lot of scams online, and I know that there's a lot of people that get scammed. So I'm trying to create a credible business that actually helps people online. You're not going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, or you're not going to make millions of dollars, right? But you can make 5, you can make 10, you can make $15,000 from setting. So it's definitely possible. You just have to be presented with the right opportunities. So far so good. It's been a hell of a journey, but I'm very excited for what's to come. I'm only 20 years old at the moment. I have a lot of room to grow. I have a lot of time to improve. So I'm sure I'll look back in a year from now, in 2 years from now, and I'll probably just be proud of myself because I took action when I needed to, and I made it happen when I wanted it to be done. So let me take advantage of what I have: my laptop, my phone, a good setup, a good family that supports me, my health. So let's take advantage of all these things that we have in life, and give me a follow if you enjoyed the video and you want to be a part of this journey, and I'll see you guys in the next video.